Today I'm gonna show you how to play the verses and a couple of licks on For the Last Time by Rory Gallagher. If you want to learn how to play the intro of this song, there's a part 1 on my channel. But let's get into it. It starts with a B minor chord. You've done me wrong for the very last time. Going to a F sharp minor. And then he does this cool lick, barring across the G, B, and E string, and like playing the 3rd fret of the B string, and then just releasing that. So you then he goes to this A major chord. So your typical A major chord, Henrik style. You know, you can look it up. Not gonna explain that, right? And then he does this, so he slides up with his thumb to the 5th fret of the E string. So it's very important that you get this picking right, because then it sounds good. So it's down, up. So it starts with a down, up, and then a hammer on 6th, then a hammer on 6th fret of the G to 7th fret of the G. So very slow, it's and then it's a pull off 7 to 6 on the G string, landing on the 7th fret of the A. So very slow, it's going to E, but only playing the top 3 strings in the beginning, so it sounds good, and that's very messy. So then it's, and then you can like pick. Then he does this weird picking thing, so not the full strumming. So and then playing the only concentrating on the G string from the 1st fret to the 2nd fret, so sliding up. And then sliding up. And you can get quite messy. You can get those 2 strings in there. It doesn't have to be quite exact science. So, and then sliding back to the 1st fret of the G string, landing on the 2nd fret of the E string. So very slow, it's like that. And then he does this F, and how I play that is not playing the entire chord, because it sounds trash. It sounds horrible. You will play and muting the other strings. So you will play with your thumb the F sharp, with your ring finger the F sharp, an octave, and then with your pointer finger the A, the 2nd fret of the G, so the A note, and the rest is all muted, so you can just really, and then going to an E chord, I'm really playing the G and the D and the G string, so then again only those 2 strings on the D string, on the D, and you're not gonna play, because it sounds horrible, you're gonna play only a power chord version of D, so, and the rest is muted. So I'm gonna play that D, and then only the D and G string. So very slowly, it's so then it's really you only have those 2 notes ring out, and you can play it really fast right. So it sounds really good. Okay, after that, so after every time it goes to that F sharp minor, E and D, he plays a couple of licks in between, and I think there's some cool licks in there. So the first, then he goes back to that F sharp minor, so before going back into the verse. And the first lick is just and that's a half step bend with a pull off landing on the 4th fret of the G string. Yeah, 4th fret of the G string, so very slow. It's that's the first lick. The second lick is on the studio version. first one is also in the studio version, but the second lick is also in the studio version. It's after he says, like the rolling sea, and he goes. And that's just a simple pentatonic scale run. So 2 to 4, hammer on pull off. 4 to 2 on the A string, and then 5 to 2 on the E string. And a nice vibrato, bending a whole step up on the 4th fret of the G. So very slow, just playing it is. So that's that. Then on the live version of 1971, I think the BBC sessions, he does this cool blues double stop lick. So it's again. And that's just the blues lick. So again, that F sharp minor chord. So that's sliding across the 4th fret to the 6th fret of the G string. And then double stop on the 5th fret of the B string. So. And then going from 6 to 4 on the G string, but sliding. So sliding, and then releasing on the 2nd fret of the G, so very slow. It's. And then 1st fret G, so. Again, 4 to 2 on the G string. 1st fret, 2nd fret on the G string. And then a 4th lick he does, which I find a cool lick. It's so the 4th lick goes like this. And what I'm doing there is just the beginning is exactly the same as the 1st lick. So again, that half step bend on the 4th fret of the G string, landing on the 4th fret of the G string, and then so a hammer on pull off on the 4th fret of the G string to the 2nd fret of the G string, sliding to the 1st fret. So. And then finishing off with, and that's just 2nd fret, 1st fret on the G string, 2nd fret to the 4th fret on the D string. So very slow. It's. And playing it with the middle finger. So yeah, those are a couple of licks that you can play in between. But feel free to improvise. After all, it's blues. So what you can do live is that you can make up your own licks in between. So for instance, I don't know, or you can be creative, but those are a couple of ideas that Rory plays or has played live. Yeah, that's it. Have fun playing the song, and cheers.